Free airdrop ending in 5 days, the NFT market gearing up for a major push, and the biggest narratives of Q1 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Crypto Gorilla video. As usual, I'm not a financial advisor. All of this is my opinion, speculation. It can be totally wrong. If you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? Let's jump right into today's video, starting off with the Kaito AI airdrop campaign, whatever you want to call it. It is not an airdrop for their token yet. It is for some ETH that they're giving away. If you don't know Kaito AI, you've probably seen it all over the timeline as people love sharing their mind maps to show what crypto Twitter is currently focused on, whether that's what crypto's super popular right now or what ecosystem people are playing in, who the top KOLs are on the timeline that people are looking to. Whatever it is a very useful tool. And they are currently doing a giveaway of their mint funds for the recent Genesis NFT mint, giving away $500,000, which is 150 ETH, to the top 1,000 people on their leaderboard. And the way you rank up the leaderboard is just by tweeting about crypto. You don't have to tweet about Kaito. There's a ton of topics you can choose from, and it automatically scans crypto Twitter to go through your tweets. And then you need smart profiles to engage with your stuff to increase your rank. But I understand a lot of people don't have a large following. Like, nobody's going to be engaging with their stuff. So what I would recommend there is to engage with these smart profiles, maybe ask questions on their tweets, and hopefully they're going to engage with your reply, answer your question, like your post, whatever it is. But let's not pretend it's going to be super easy to rank top 1,000 when there's these massive profiles out there that are naturally getting thousands or hundreds of thousands of views, which even for me, even though I have a following on Twitter, I don't find like I do that great tweets. Sometimes I won't tweet for 3 days. However, the reason I think you should sign up for this is in case they do a token airdrop. And you can see in the pre-TGE arena, even though they haven't confirmed a token, yes, they're up here because a lot of people are tweeting about Kaito trying to farm this competition. But if there is a token airdrop, I do imagine it's going to do well because a lot of people love using this tool. So I do not want to miss out any opportunity to get exposure to this token for free. And like they mentioned on the tweet, the deadline to sign up is January 1st. That's for the ETH giveaway. But who knows, maybe there's going to be some sort of snapshot for this. And they do ask you to link both an ETH and a Sol wallet. So it's absolutely free to do. I would recommend signing up to this just in case, who knows, maybe you get a free token airdrop. I will put a referral link in the description down below. If you want to get your referral link to invite others, hopefully get points if there is an airdrop, you just go to my social card and it's going to pop up on the bottom left here, copy invite link, and then you can invite others to this app. Again, do it before January 1st in case that's some sort of snapshot. Now, just to show you the demand here, they recently did their Genesis NFT mint, which is where that 150 ETH comes from. The mint price for this was 0.1 ETH, which might sound expensive. The floor is currently 3.8 ETH. That is a 38x, and it went as high as 4.5 ETH, which is roughly $15,000. Now, to get whitelist for this, yes, you did have to be a subscriber to their platform, which is expensive. It's $833 per month. However, if you were subscribed for 2 months, that's $1,600. You still would have 10x'd because, like I said, it went as high as 4.5 ETH. So again, I would not fade this one. Link in the description down below. As for their NFT, it was really great seeing their Genesis NFT run like this because I feel it's been a while since we've had multiple Genesis NFTs do well. Usually it's like a quick pump and dump and it dies. Here it's actually holding up. The other one that minted recently is, of course, the On-Chain Heroes Genesis rings, which is happening in January. So there's a lot of hype behind this. And this one was also a 16x from its mint price. So I'm really hopeful we get more like this. I am constantly on the hunt for these Genesis NFTs with a legitimate team, a legitimate product or project, whatever it is, backing the NFT. Now, speaking of NFTs, we did recently get a nice pump here. They have slowed down in terms of volume. It's obviously higher than anywhere we were pretty much all 2023. So that's great to see. We also still have a lot of users that are remaining or a lot, 6,000 unique buyers and sellers per day, whatever. It's still 2x where it was, but you'll notice on Blur, it's actually going down versus OpenSea Pro and OpenSea. It's staying relatively stable. And the reason for this is, of course, the speculation about an Opensea airdrop. I know people recently found an Opensea Foundation website, which now they have pulled it. So I have no idea if that website was legit or not. But every day or every week, we are getting closer and closer to our speculation about an airdrop. And the day OpenSea does officially post, here's our token, here's what's happening with it, here's how you earn it, I do think NFTs are going to go on a run. People are going to drive a ton of volume. Hopefully we get collections moving up as people want to accumulate points or whatever system they're going to end up using, which does bring up a great point for NFTs because, you know, me included, a lot of people feel like NFTs are back or we want NFTs to be back. But when you look at the NFTs that are currently trending, a majority of them are moving because of speculation of a token airdrop. So people aren't playing the NFT market, they're playing the upcoming token market. And this is something I've even noticed in my videos. 6 of my last 8 videos have the word airdrop in the thumbnail, in the title, whatever it is. And if you compare the views of these, like here, 18,000 views, here we have 15,000 views versus an NFT whitelist video. This one only got 5,400 views. And yes, I agree, the thumbnail for this one sucks compared to like my shock face thumbnails here. But even with the keywords that YouTube shows me, most people are looking up airdrops. They're looking up Opensea airdrop or PENGU or Pudgy Penguin airdrop, whatever it is. So don't get sucked in too deep to the NFTs are back narrative. It is very focused on the airdrop NFTs. And for me personally, I am just trading this narrative. So I am buying and I am looking to flip into the news. I am not holding these NFTs, especially not for the token to come out. Now, looking at the market leaders right now, Pudgy Penguins have bounced beautifully off the lows of roughly 15 ETH, currently sitting at 23.5 ETH. So if you bought these, you are up 1.5x, as well as the little pudgies and the rods. The rods are up nearly 2x. And of course, that is due to the speculation around an abstract airdrop for Pudgy Penguins, which we do know that abstract is coming out in January. So compared to other NFTs like Doodles and Azuki, this is the only one where we actually know the rough timeline of when the token is coming out. And people are assuming they are going to be getting an abstract airdrop similar to how they got the PENGU airdrop. So I do feel Pudgies are in a tough spot here because if there is no airdrop, people are going to be upset. They're going to dump their NFTs. So they're not happy and the floor goes down and the holders are maybe not happy as well, the ones who want to continue holding. Versus if they do an airdrop, we just saw with the PENGU airdrop how fast the floor went down, as well as how quickly people sold off their airdrop, and it becomes a lot to maintain, especially now that they have both PENGU and abstract. So that's a lot of pressure. So it's going to be interesting to see what mechanics they're going to introduce for these tokens. Are they going to have staking? Is there going to be staking for PENGU that gives you an allocation for the abstract token, or maybe it gives you a boost on your staking or whatever it is? Speaking of which, we did get a nice bounce over the holidays here, going as high as 4 billion. So a 2x if you bought the lows of PENGU. I did say in my, I think Monday or last week video that I was buying under this line here. So under 3 billion market cap, which did end up being a good trade. I did take profits at the top here, but I am expecting this token to continue pushing higher into the launch of abstract. But beyond Pudgy Penguins, I'm personally looking at Azukis as well as Doodles, as that's where I imagine the liquidity is going to flow. I do feel they are lagging behind a little bit here, seeing the Pudgy Penguins go from 15 ETH all the way to 24, and Azuki's still sitting at like 11.5. Doodles pumped from 3 ETH all the way to 8 ETH with the cryptic announcement of their token, and they have retraced down to 6 ETH. So for me personally, I see this as a buying opportunity. Like, people are scared now because they don't know when these tokens are launching. So I've been buying into beans. I've been buying into duplicators, into the Genesis boxes for Doodles. Now, if I only had to pick one, which is a tough call because Azuki has already announced their anime token, so we're just waiting for the date, whereas Doodles has not even told us what the name of their token is. So I imagine it's going to take a little bit longer for that one to come out. So Azuki with anime is probably going to come out first. I assume all these teams talk to each other and they're kind of planning their dates around each other. But if I had to pick only one here, personally, I'd go with the Doodles ecosystem, not because I'm not bullish on the price action for Azuki, but I feel part of it is already priced in for Azuki. A lot of people are assuming it's going to be dropping mid-January around their anniversary, which would make perfect sense. And I do still see them pumping. Like I see Azuki's going to 20 ETH, in which case I see Elemental's going to like 3.5, Bean's going to 1.5, maybe 2 ETH if we're lucky. But on Doodles, I feel there's a lot more announcements that can come out. Their distribution is amazing with like McDonald's and all these artists they have on board. And right now, I feel people are kind of sleeping on Doodles and just focused on Pudgies and Azuki. So I see Doodles going over 10 ETH. I see the duplicators going to 0.8, maybe 1.2 on the high end. And then I see the Genesis boxes going to like 0.4, maybe 0.5, which is also good because it is a cheaper entry. They're currently sitting at 0.09. So you can get a 4 to 5x. In my opinion, I don't actually know if this is going to happen. So I've been buying. You can see here in my profile, I currently hold duplicators, beans, Genesis boxes. I have a Doodle, but as you can also see, I am listing these because I want to exit in the volume from their next announcements. So I'm really looking for anywhere from a 2 to 4x depending on the asset. And for those of you who haven't noticed, yes, this is the interface for OpenSea 2. Honestly, it's the best exchange I've used so far. I've really been loving my experience and I cannot wait for you guys to try this out. So that's one of the major narratives I think we're going to continue to see in 2025, the whole token airdrop narrative. The other one we're going to see is just token launches in general. Some of them are going to have airdrops, but others are just going to be major launches. I know we've all been waiting on chains like Abstract, Monad, Berachain, and trying to get exposure anywhere we can. Speaking of which, I will have a whitelist video coming up next week for both Berachain and Monad, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. I also saw this campaign from Berachain where you are able to get exposure to a few tokens and hopefully exposure to Berachain. Here they say the early Bera gets the honey. This is lasting 69 hours. So unless you're watching this video on Friday, you're probably too late, but you are able to swap some ETH for some Bera stone, which I did this for Mantle. I think it was Mantle. You had to lock it up for a while, which really bothered a lot of people. And although I did well with my airdrop, probably because of the amount of people that I invited with my link, I know a lot of people didn't get too much. So I haven't done this yet. I'll probably do it after the video with a small amount just to get some exposure, but I'm not aping here just in case I do have to lock up my money for a long time. Like I'm not down to do that. However, I will link it in the description down below if you guys are interested in checking this out, hopefully getting exposure to Berachain and a few other tokens. But there are so many tokens dropping in 2025, whether it's L1s, whether it's L2s, whether it's gaming tokens, AI, meme coins, whatever it is. I think we have a ton to look forward to. And I think there's also going to be a ton of liquidity flowing through the market with tokens like Bullex, Photon, hopefully a pump fund token where we all get airdrops for this stuff. So that's going to be very positive for liquidity flowing in the market, but I'm also just expecting Q1 to be very bullish. I know the crypto markets didn't perform the best over the holidays. We had that dump last week all the way down to 92K Bitcoin. And then over Christmas Day, we pumped to 99 and now we're back down again. So it has not been fun at all, but we have so much to look forward to. We have Trump coming into office on January 20th. He is super pro Bitcoin. He even tweeted, "You're welcome" for 100K Bitcoin. So he clearly, although it was probably a joke, it's obviously not. Like, he does feel responsible for Bitcoin going up. So he definitely does not want to see it going down. And I do think there are decent odds of them actually going through with the Bitcoin strategic reserve. And I just feel his main narrative is going to be to pump the markets, whether it's the stock market, the crypto market, whatever. He wants to pump those and then he wants to take credit for it. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Like I said, next week I'll have a Berachain whitelist video. I'll have a Monad whitelist video on top of my usual content. Maybe I'll do a tutorial for Bullex or something. If you like that, if you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching another Crypto Gorilla video. Peace.